back to Elvina Couture. Thank you so much for the likes and support and for subscribing to this channel. Today's tutorial is going to be on how to draft a basic bodice pattern. So I have 4 lines on my pattern paper. From here to here is 9 inch. The 9 inch is the bust. We'll just label it B, shoulder to bust. The second line is shoulder to under bust. I'm going to label it U. The third line is the half length measurement, which is 14. Half length is also known as the waistline. The last line up here is the blouse length. The blouse length we are working with is 20 inches. So the next thing I'm doing is to impute the shoulder measurement. The shoulder I'm working with is 14. 14 divided by 2 is 7. So this is the 7 inches. This is 7 inches. So after doing that, I will now take the measurement for the neckline. I'm going to be using 4 inches. I'll come down also here and mark 4 inches also. So from here to here is the neckline measurement of 4 inches. I came down by 4 inches also, and from here to here is 4 inches, which is the neck depth. Here to here is the neck width. From here downwards is the neck depth. So this is my neck line measurement. So on this shoulder line, I'll come down by 1 inch. 1 inch here. Then I'll make it, roll it out into a slant line. This is called the shoulder slope or the shoulder slant. So from this shoulder slope line, I will take half of our armhole measurement. Armhole is divided by 2. 14 divided by 2 is 7. So from here, I'm going to be marking 7 inches. Then I'll roll it into a straight line. So this will now become our chest line or armhole line. After doing that, I'm going to measure what we have for the shoulder, which is 7 inches. I'm going to measure it on the armhole line. Then I'll roll it out into a straight line. And after doing that, I will measure this line. 7 divided by 2 is 3.5. After marking it, then I will come in here by half of an inch. I use my straight ruler to connect it here. Then the next measurement I'm going to be imputing is the apex measurement. The apex I'm working with is 7 inches. 7 divided by 2 will give us 3.5. So from here, I'm going to be marking 3.5 inches here. The waistline, that's the half length line, I'll mark 3.5 inches also. Then on the full length of the blouse, I'll just measure up 2 inches here. I'm going to roll out a straight line. So from this bust line, I came down here by half inches. Then on the half length line, I'm going to be marking half inch on both sides. Then I'll connect it. So this is called waist darts. For somebody that is very busty, from this bust line you come down by 1 inches. But for somebody that is small size bust, from this bust line you just come down by half of an inch. So on the bust line, that is the shoulder to bust line, I'm going to be imputing quarter of the round bust measurement. The round bust I'm working with is 30 divided by 4 is 7.5. So I'm going to be marking 7.5 here. Then I'll go over to the shoulder to under bust line. Her round under bust. The round under bust I'm working with is 28. 28 divided by 4 is 7. So I'm going to be imputing. This is, I'll mark the 7, 28 divided by 4. Then I'm going to measure what I have on this dart. On this dart line, I took a dart of half of an inch. So on this round under bust measurement, I'm going to be replacing this measurement I took on both sides because I'm going to be sewing the dart. The next measurement I'm going to be imputing is the waist measurement. On the half length line, I'm going to be imputing her waist. 28 divided by 4 is 7 inches. So this is 7 inches here. So I took a dart of 1 inch, half inch here, half inch here. So on this 7 inches mark, I'll just come here and replace it. So the next thing I will be doing is to measure, to impute a hip measurement on the full length of the blouse. The hip I'm working with is 33. 33 divided by 4 is 8¼ inch. So here, I'm going to be imputing 8¼ inch. This is 8¼ inch. So I just add 1 inch for ease. So the next thing I will be doing is to connect all the marks together. Whatever you have on the bust measure, on the bust circumference, I have 7.5. That is also what you're going to be imputing on the armhole line. That's the chest line. It's 7.5. So I'll just connect it like so. And I'll use my ruler to connect it downwards. The next thing I'll just be doing is to come up here by 1½ inches. Then to eliminate this sharp end. So this is for the front panel. I'm going to cut it out. So this is what I have. We go over to the back panel. This, I'm going to be labeling it. This is shoulder to bust line. This is shoulder to under bust line. This is the half length line, which is also the waistline. And this is the blouse length. The next thing I'm going to be doing is to take the shoulder measurement. The shoulder I'm working with is 14 inches. 14 divided by 2 is 7. Come down here by 1 inch for the shoulder slope. Whatever measurement you take for the front panel as the neck width, that is also the same measurement you're going to be taking for the back panel. So for the front panel, I took 4 inches for the neck width, and for the back panel, let me make it 2 inches for the back. I'll mark 2 inches here. Because I want the back to be a little bit higher than the front. Then I'm going to be rolling out the shoulder slope measurement. Apex I'm working with is 7 inches. 7 divided by 2, 3.5. Mark 3.5 here. 3.5 also here. Then here, on the full length of the blouse, I'll just measure up 2 inches. All these points into a straight line. Then on the half length line, I will mark ½ inches on both sides. Then here I will just come down. On the bust line, I will just come down by ½ inch. So the next measurement I'm going to be imputing is the measurement for the zipper. On the waistline, which is also the half length line, I'll come in by 1 inches. So I will connect it from here all the way to the full length of the bodice pattern. This armhole is divided by 2. 14 divided by 2 is 7. So on this shoulder slope, I measured 7 inches and I'll roll it out. Then I'll take her shoulder measurement also here to enable me get a straight line. Shoulder, half of her shoulder is 7. So I'll be connecting them like so. After doing that, I'll measure this line. I have 7 inches here, so I'll get the midpoint, which is 3.5. I've marked the midpoint. The round bust I'm working with is 30. 30 divided by 4 is 7.5. So on this shoulder to bust line, I will impute the round bust measurement, which is 7.5. Then on the shoulder to under bust line, 28 divided by 4 is 7. This is 7 inches. So on this 7 inches, you just measure what you have on the dart. I have half inch measurement on the dart, so I will replace it. So I will go over to the half length line. On the half length line, I'm going to be imputing the waist measurement. The waist I'm working with is 28. 28 divided by 4. I mark the 7 inches here and replace what I have here. On this place, I have 1 inch dart, so I'm replacing it also here. Then on the blouse length, I'm going to be imputing the hip measurement. The hip I'm working with is 33. 33 divided by 4 is 8¼ inch. So I mark 8¼ inch. I just add 1 inch for ease. So the next thing is to connect. So on this place, I'll just come up here by 1½ inches. Use your free hand to curve it. This is the back panel. Don't forget to like this video, share with your friends, and also subscribe. This is for the front panel, and this is also for the back panel. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, a like, and also share with your friends. Please don't forget to subscribe. I appreciate all of your support. See you again on my next video. Bye.